The message arrived at exactly 3:42 Universal Standard Time. This is Earth. We are withdrawing from the Galactic Council. All diplomatic channels are hereby closed. Any vessel entering Sol space without explicit permission will be considered hostile and dealt with accordingly. And then, nothing. The transmission was simultaneously broadcast on all frequencies in all known languages of the Galactic Alliance. Before anyone could respond, Earth's quantum communication relays shut down. Their FTL beacons went dark. Their embassy ships silently departed from every port in the galaxy. Within 12 hours, humanity had vanished from galactic affairs as if they had never existed. Admiral Thorne of the Alliance Council stared at the replay of the brief message for the 100th time, searching for clues, for meaning, for any hint of what had prompted this sudden withdrawal. They can't just leave, he muttered to his aide. The treaties, the trade agreements, the defense pacts. His aide, a slender being named Kip with iridescent scales, simply shrugged. They just did. The emergency session of the Galactic Council stretched into its third day. Representatives from 200 species argued in increasingly panicked tones about what humanity's silence meant. They were always unpredictable, rumbled Ambassador Velk of the Duraxi Collective, their massive frame dwarfing the podium. But this is unprecedented. The Trill representative fluttered her gossamer wings in agitation. Has anyone actually attempted to approach Earth physically? Perhaps their communication systems have failed. A nervous silence fell over the chamber. The humans, began Admiral Thorne carefully, have demonstrated on 17 separate occasions what happens when their warnings are ignored. No one needed reminding of the Proxima incident, when 3 Krektal warships had attempted to blockade the human colony. Not a single piece of wreckage larger than a hand had been recovered. Far from the political center of the galaxy, on the trading hub world of Nexus, a human bar called the Blue Marble still stood. Its doors remained open, but no humans staffed it anymore. Instead, a single maintenance robot continued serving drinks with mechanical precision. Jorax, a veteran freight captain, sat at the bar nursing a glass of whiskey, a human drink he'd grown fond of. Next to him, a Valerian merchant with 4 arms clutched her drink tightly. You know why everyone's scared, right? Jorax said quietly. The Valerian's eye stalks swiveled toward him. Because humans are unpredictable. No, Jorax took a slow sip. It's because we all know what they're capable of. When humanity had joined the Galactic Alliance a century ago, they had been unremarkable. Just another species taking their first steps into the wider universe. Their technology was middling, their ships unimpressive, their military small, but they learned. Faster than any species before them, they absorbed knowledge, adapted technologies, and improved upon designs. Within decades, human ships were among the fastest in the galaxy. Their weapons systems, while rarely deployed, were feared. Their A's, governed by strange ethical frameworks that other species found baffling, operated at levels of sophistication that made even the ancient Vex uncomfortable. Most unsettling of all was their capacity for violence, carefully restrained but never forgotten. Humans had not fought a war amongst themselves in over a century, but the memory of their conflicts and the weapons they had created was preserved in their histories, accessible to any who cared to study them. In a monitoring station on the edge of Sol space, Captain Reed of the Alliance Border Force watched the sensor readings with growing unease. Nothing had left the human system in weeks. More concerning, nothing was visible within it. Where once the sensors had shown a bustling solar system, ships moving between planets, stations orbiting, communications flowing, now there was just nothing. It was as if someone had thrown a blanket over the entire system. Sir, his sensor operator called out, there's something odd about the readings. Reed moved to the console. What is it? It's not that we can't see into the system, the operator explained, her tentacles moving rapidly over the controls. It's that the sensors are being redirected somehow, like looking into a mirror and seeing what's behind you. Reed felt a chill run down his spine. They've developed some kind of cloaking technology for an entire star system. Before the operator could respond, a small alert chimed. A probe they had sent towards Sol space 2 days earlier had suddenly reappeared, traveling in the exact opposite direction, its memory banks wiped clean. On the ancient homeworld of the Vex, the eldest of their philosophers, Zim, summoned the Council of Elders. "I believe I understand what the humans are doing," the ancient being said, voice creaking with the weight of millennia. The gathered elders leaned forward. "They are not preparing for wars," Zim continued. "They are preparing for something worse. They believe a threat is coming, one greater than the Alliance can withstand. They are fortifying." One elder scoffed. What threat could be so great? Zim's compound eyes dimmed slightly. "That is what terrifies me. Whatever it is, the humans, the most adaptive, innovative, and yes, dangerous species we have encountered, believe they cannot face it while remaining connected to us." 6 months after Earth went silent, a single human vessel appeared at the edge of Alliance space. It broadcast a simple message on an open channel. "This is Captain Thomas of Earth. We are prepared to re-establish limited communication. The galaxy is about to change. We suggest you prepare yourselves." As the message spread across the galaxy, species from the core to the rim found themselves united in an unfamiliar emotion. The knowledge that whatever was coming, humanity had deemed it serious enough to retreat and fortify rather than face it openly. And that, more than anything, made the entire galaxy tremble.